Tonight on News 46, a single vehicle accident last night on Highway 372 results in one injury.
Former First Lady of Nevada, Dawn Gibbons, will be in town this Saturday.
And Commissioner Gary Hollis gives us all the information on a new training facility. News 46 starts now.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, specializing in comprehensive accident rehabilitation. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Pahrumph's #1 media source for local news, weather, and sports.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, March 16, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news this evening, one man suffered a laceration to the head as a result of a single vehicle accident on Highway 372 last night. News 46 has more.
A single vehicle accident last night right after 8:30 p.m. prompted Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies to the scene of Highway 372 and Red Rock. It appears that this SUV ran the stop sign at Red Rock going across Highway 372 into the ditch. The elderly male and only occupant was bleeding from the mouth. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue checked him out on scene. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating the accident. This is Deanna O'Donnell on Highway 372 and Red Rock for News 46.
Monday's Board of County Commissioners public hearing on whether the best interest of the town of Pahrump are no longer being served by the town board form of government had some tense moments. Sheriff Tony DeMeo expresses his concern on the town manager's statement towards a volunteer fire department. Here's that segment of the meeting.
We have a very good professional ran fire department, and asking for this community to have a volunteer fire department is absolutely ridiculous. It's like the sheriff's department having a total auxiliary unit. Would never happen. It's not safe, and it's just not a good idea. Third, if you're going to vote on this, I'd ask that you just let it die right now, because again, 39 signatures is just not enough to do anything. It's nice of you to hold this and allow the citizens to come and speak, and we greatly appreciate that. And again, thank you for your hospitality. That's all I have to say. If I have any questions.
I think Sheriff DeMeo wants to be recognized.
Yeah, in reference to Mr. Bill Kohlbarger's mentioning about the Sheriff's Auxiliary, let me straighten the facts out. First of all, we cannot do our job without volunteers in the Nye County Sheriff's Office. We have well over 55 volunteers within this valley alone that service the people of Nye County, providing supplementary services. Let me say this. I come from New Jersey, one of the most industrialized states in this country. The majority of the firefighters and EMS staff are volunteers. I used to train them back there, and they are dedicated. I don't see why we can't have a combination of both. But I would never come to the microphone. He has no business speaking to the sheriff's office and what we do. He doesn't have any idea what we do with those volunteers. And I take offense to that.
Well, Sheriff DeMeo, if I can defend Mr. Kohlbarger a little, I believe what I heard him. Yes, of course. I believe what I defend you all the time. I believe it's a part-time job for me, Gary, defending you. I believe what I heard Mr. Kohlbarger say was that it's not, it would not make any sense to have the Pahrump Fire Department be completely run by volunteers, nor would it make any sense for you to have your entire department run by an auxiliary volunteer force.
No, but these volunteers do supplement that, and for somebody to say anything in negative, that volunteers wouldn't necessarily be a good fit. I mean,
blessed are the peacemakers, Tony. I gave it my one good shot there.
I appreciate that, but like I said, we could have both.
Okay. Without a doubt, we can have both. And like 2 meetings ago or 3 meetings ago, I actually sat up here and thanked the auxiliary for the Sheriff's Department and the wonderful job that they did here and that they do here. And I'm still going to say thank you to them.
Nye County Commissioner Jonah Easley expresses her concern over 39 citizens bringing forward a public petition to dissolve the town board. Jonah explains.
I think I was the only one who voted against having this public hearing, and my opinion on this hasn't changed. There are some of you, and I know Andy Alberti will understand this comment. This is not a democracy. We live in a representative republic. And that If you live in a democracy, that means that you vote on every single issue that would come before you, this one included. 39 signatures on a petition. And the signatures of some of those people, those folks don't even live here. 39 signatures on a petition is not my definition of mandate. That is not a definition in my dictionary. Dan, I understand that you may have had 20 others contact you in support of this issue. That makes 59. 59 out of 48,000 still is not a mandate in my dictionary. In November of 2010, the voters decisively ousted 3 members that they believed were not representing their interests and replaced them with 3 that they believed would represent their interests. That is a representative republic. That is what we live under. Pahrump is too big and too important not to have an elected town board. These people were elected in November. They took their seats in January, and we need to give them a chance to govern. Self-governance is important. Let me tell you, you would not be happy having an advisory board form of government and having these 5 people up here making all of your decisions for you, because advisory boards have no authority to do anything. Let's make that really clear. Be careful what you wish for when some of you are asking for the town board to be abolished and for that board to be replaced by an advisory board. They have no authority. None. And if you think you don't like what's happening now, you wait until we're making your decisions for you. So, and with that, Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that we take no action on this issue.
I'll second that.
Nye County Commissioners Dan Shinhoffen and Joni Easley explain why and why not the voters should determine if the Pahrump Town Board issue should go on the ballot for the public to decide.
Desire to dissolve this board with a vote of 5 people. I want everybody living in the valley to vote on dissolving this board or not. And if that's what they choose to do, that's fine. And if they don't want it and they would keep it, it's all the same to me either way. It's all the same to me either way. But not to move it forward, I'm not for that. I think we should have a vote on it. And again, it's in 2012. The other question was, what about the 2 people who would be elected at that time? Well, if they were disbanded, they would serve as an advisory board. I also kind of take exception to if you don't like the way it is now, wait till we have your, we make decisions for you.
I meant it.
I represent District 5 first. I believe in a representative republic. I believe in the republic, and therefore I don't represent the county commission to you. I represent you to the county commission. I believe that's true of at least the other 2 who live here in Pahrump. So you are represented, and you'll continue to be represented either way, whether you have an elected town board who has a paid county manager, who has a paid comptroller. A lot of money could be saved. You'd have the same services. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what difference you'd see. But if the people have a chance to vote on it and they want to keep the board, it's good with me. If people have a chance to vote on it, they don't want to keep the elected board, it's good with me too. But I think the people should have a chance to vote on it.
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
May I rebut that comment?
Absolutely.
Commissioner Shinhoffen, if you want to put this on the ballot in 2012 so that we have an opportunity to see whether those people who were elected by everyone out here in this audience can prove themselves, then let's call this what it is. This isn't the will of the people. This is a threat. And let's call it what it is. It's a threat. Number 1. And you are absolutely right when you say that anybody who sits out there has a right to sign a petition like this. Yes, they have the right, but you have the obligation, and so do I, to make the right decision on behalf of those people because we represent them. I'm going to say to you again, 39 signatures, some of whom do not even live in this valley, is not a mandate. Let them govern themselves. They're having problems. Give the town board members an opportunity to work this out. There's a man sitting out there tonight, Harley Calkin. Mr. Calkin was just elected. We agree on a lot of things. There are some things that we don't agree on. Do I believe that he should be removed and not given a chance to help move this town forward? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The people elected him, and the people should be allowed to keep him in office so that he can see out his term.
Mr. Chairman?
I'm done.
Wow, hot topic.
Very hot topic, a very feisty meeting, certainly to be said.
Definitely. Well, you know, those town board members, they're all volunteers, so they are people who must care about this town, or they wouldn't be working for free, because it would be nice if they could get paid.
Yeah, and like Joni said, you know, they've only been in office not even 90 days yet, and already, you know, they're getting some flack there.
Well, good luck to everyone there. Interesting meeting, definitely.
Indeed.
And by the way, I wanted to apologize. Last night, the way we read the story made it sound like the town board voted for themselves, and
Oh,
it
right.
was
No.
the commission that voted it down 4-1. So I wanted to make that correction for you. Well, coming up, Nevada's former First Lady will be paying a Pahrump visit.
And the Nye County Budget Report had a surprise.
Well, we'll have all this right after the break. Keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, specializing in comprehensive accident rehabilitation. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900.
Welcome back to News 46. Barbara Johnston from Quilts for Cancer is proud to invite the public to an event this Saturday in which former First Lady of Nevada, Dawn Gibbons, will be there as a special guest.
All right, from 9 until 2, we'll be at the United Methodist Church at 372 on Pahrump Valley Boulevard. We're going to be tying quilts, so if you can tie a square knot or tie your sneaker, you can tie a quilt. It is a potluck, and we have a lot of fun just sitting around chit-chatting as we tie. At 3 o'clock, Dawn Gibbons will be here in Pahrump. She is our honorary chairperson for a brand new program that's going to kick off on Saturday. We're going to be doing 300 quilts for the VA hospital that's going to open next year. It's going to be the first VA hospital in this country to have a quilt on every bed. We still do need some funding and donations and help making the quilts, but I'm bound to determine that the hospital is going to open with a quilt on every bed for our veterans.
Where's the VA hospital going to be at?
I don't have the exact location, Deanna. It's in North Las Vegas, and it is scheduled to open in approximately a year. We don't have an exact date just because of construction and inspection, but we know next year, approximately at this time.
How's Quilts for Cancer going?
We're doing great. Here at the Nugget a few weeks ago, they had a benefit for the Veterans VA Hospital, and they did raise $1,500, but we still need about $1,000 more because unfortunately supplies go up all the time. So we're so close, but we'll get there.
How can people contact you for donations?
They can call me at 775-751-5356.
And Saturday, once again, what time?
9 until 2, we're tying quilts, and then 3 o'clock with Dawn Gibbons.
Well, Yucca Mountain is always a hot issue here in the Valley. Commissioner Dan Shinhoffen spoke to us about the meeting at the Pahrump Valley Museum held this last weekend. He hopes to gain support for the Yucca Mountain project. Let's have a look.
Letting people see that the displays are here, they can get information on Yucca Mountain. I know that a lot of people say it's dead, it's never going to happen. It's an $11 billion hole in the ground if that happens. There's a good possibility if we can generate more local support for this, so we can get the Congress and senators to move forward. It was passed in 1982, I believe, by Congress that this would be the site. And then since then, now all the science has come out and it hasn't been heard. They haven't had the hearings, they haven't had the findings that were just turned over to the NRC were redacted out of it. If they were negative, I'm sure they would have told us, but they redacted them. So Jasko, who's in the NRC, we're trying to get him removed. We're asking people who are in favor of it to write letters in support of it so we can move this forward.
Are we going to have any meetings of this type in the near future as well? Because I know that we're going to, I think next year there's going to be a hearing, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to be later this year. They're going to court because they've stopped it. And they're telling them they can't do that because they can't. We just want Congress to follow their own laws. They said this is a repository, and now they've set all these years up to do the science. They've done the science. It's time to hear the science. And now Secretary Chu won't let the hearings happen. The NRC, who is headed by Jasko, is a friend of Harry Reid's, and he's stopping the hearings from moving forward. Now they're being sued by the people who've paid into this fund and telling them that it's they need to move forward. And that's what our resolution on Tuesday is. We have a resolution on the county commission agenda that says we want to move forward with the process, and if it's found to be safe and to be operated safely, we're behind it.
And Commissioner Gary Hollis updates us on a new training facility almost completed for sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and search and rescue.
Well, the training center was a project that I put on to actually really train our firefighters to make sure that they get the best training to put out fires in the county.
So this will be a local firefighters as well?
Yes, any of the county and Shoshone, Tacopa, anytime we have training, they're all welcome to use the facility.
Where's it going to be at?
It'd be at the end of Mesquite, past the dump on the right-hand side.
What's it going to consist of?
Oh, it'll have burn centers that are made out of steel, so there'll be a flash burn, so they'll know what to expect when they go into a situation. It'll have dog training for the sheriff's department. They'll be able to practice traffic stops. There is a proposed meth lab to teach our deputies how to be ready when they go into a meth situation. There's a mock-up convenience store, gas station there that if a robbery is done, then they'll be able to practice that kind of situation.
So this will be all over training, the sheriffs, the fire department, even to Nye County Emergency Services?
Yeah, just search and rescue is going to be able to use it. They can rappel off of the burn center there. Yeah, it's just for all of our emergency service personnel.
This is going to be a great project. When are we proposing for this?
I'm hoping in the next 30 to 60 days that it'll be finished, and I think we have an exercise, I think, in April that we want to be ready for.
Really great. How are we funding this?
It was funded through settlement agreement PET funds that we got from the federal government.
Wow. So this is already in construction now?
Yes, I think it's just about ready to be completed.
Well, the Nye County budget report came in late at the commissioners' meeting. The 5 county commissioners reported that the county showed a 17% shortfall. Here's more on that story.
So the bottom line to our revenue, fiscal year 2010, we received $34.5 million. Our budget for fiscal year 11 was $36.9. We're anticipating $36.9 at the end of fiscal year 11. However, our revenue projections at this time for fiscal year 2012 are only $30.4 million. That's a difference of $6.5 million less in revenue next year. Does anybody have any questions on revenue?
I'm going on a hemlock run. Anybody? So we're looking at a 17% shortfall in the general fund.
Yes.
The Board of County Commissioners seemed to be speechless during the report, afterwards stating that they have cut every expense they possibly could. News 46 will be interviewing the commissioners in the coming days to see how they expect to adjust for the budget shortfall.
There's been a lot of commissioner stories tonight because the meeting went about double what it normally does. It was a really, really long meeting.
It was. There was a lot of stuff to cover, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have even more for it tomorrow.
And it's a bummer because it was a great day outside yesterday, but today?
Today, not so much, but tomorrow, not so bad either. Although the winds aren't really going anywhere. We're going to have breezy days everywhere, so, you know, just expect it. And maybe even some rain.
Oh.
Don't go anywhere. We got your 7-day forecast coming up right after this short break.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to News 46. I'm Rick Vale with your weather. Today we have a high wind warning in effect. It's going to remain in effect until 10 p.m. tonight. Winds are going to be coming out of the west, about 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour. The strongest winds are expected in the afternoon and early evening. That's right now for you folks watching our 5 o'clock forecast. The high-profile vehicles are the ones that are most affected by this. If you're driving around, you really want to be careful. The wind can blow you right over or right into an accident, and we just don't want to see that. Let's go and take a look at what we got up to today. Today we had a high of 81 degrees, pretty warm for us. Winds out of the south-southwest at 14 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Our pressure is holding steady on the barometer, 29.93. Sunrise, 6:54 a.m., and our record high was 88 degrees back in 07. Looking at tonight, it's going to be partly cloudy out there. Yet again, a low of 55 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at about 12 miles per hour. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Now, our sunset's going to be at 6:52 p.m., and our record low is 19 degrees back in 1962. Moving on to our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, a little relief from the wind as the winds are going to die down for us just for one day. Thursday, very cloudy skies, a high of 70, a low of 42. Friday, cloudy skies still. Winds, gusts up to 37 miles per hour, a high of 72 and a low of 39. Saturday, the weekend, still windy and a little bit chillier than we've been hoping for. 63 degrees for our high with 38 degrees for the low. Sunday, looking at a 30% chance of rain out there. Winds up to 29 miles per hour. Now, that rain's going to probably come in, if it does, late in the evening, maybe even early Monday. But if it does come, it's not going to be cold enough for snow. It's just going to be some rain on us. 39 degrees for the overnight low. Moving into next week, Monday, like I said, 60% chance of rain. It's going to be morning rain if we get it. Not really expected to be late afternoon or evening rain. So if it's going to come, it's going to come in the morning. 61 degrees for our high, 35 degrees for our low, with gusts up to 26 miles per hour. Tuesday, still windy. 30 mile per hour gusts expected, partly cloudy. Clouds are parting just a little bit for us with a high 63 and a low 37. And finishing off our 7-day forecast is this Wednesday, partly cloudy skies, gusts up to 34 miles per hour, a high of 73 and a low of 42.
Okay, thank you.
You got to whip out that hairspray because, you know.
Yeah, I know, except for on Monday.
That's right, except for Monday.
Yeah, because it's going to be raining and all sticky. Okay, well, we will be giving another ticket out to the Helping Hands for Jesus concert tonight via our Facebook page. All you have to do to win is to be the first to answer our trivia question.
And tomorrow, Career Connection and Nye Community Coalition is offering a free customer business communications class from 9 a.m. to noon. Please call 537-2323 to register.
And as we've mentioned for the last few days, the Salvation Army is trying to help the victims of the tragic earthquake and tsunami in Japan, and they would like your help. Text Japan to 80888 to give $10 to the Salvation Army's Japan relief work. This is a one-time donation of $10 to your mobile phone. Please respond yes to the thank you message that you receive.
And if you've missed any part of this newscast, you can, of course, watch it all again on our website at KPVM.TV.
And that's the best way to get to our Facebook page, too.
Absolutely, yeah, it's direct hit.
It's the easiest way.
Go to KPVM.TV right at the top, the big old Facebook logo. And you're good.
Hopefully you'll win those tickets.
And folks, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
From everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.